Hello and welcome to the channel. Today, I wanted to address something that you should be aware of. You may have heard of environmental, social and governance, ESG or green investing, which has grown in popularity in recent years, mainly in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. It sounds pretty good, right? Having your retirement nest egg working for you in a sustainable way? It sounds good to me too, and I could get on board with that. However, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Your good intentions may not be getting you the positive impact you imagined. The core reason is simple. The bar for what constitutes a good corporate citizen is abysmally low. The root of the problem is there is no universal definition for what ESG or green means, and as a result, ESG ratings are not always reliable. Contrary to what many investors think, most ratings don't have anything to do with actual corporate responsibility as it relates to ESG factors. Instead, what they measure is the degree to which a company's economic value is at risk due to ESG factors. For example, a company could be a significant source of emissions but still get a decent ESG score if the ratings firm sees that the pollutive behaviour as being managed well or as non-threatening to the company's financial value. This explains why you regularly have oil and gas, yep, you heard that right, companies in ESG portfolios. You may have even heard Elon Musk recently complaining about Tesla being kicked out of the S&P ESG index, but Exxon being a top 10 company. He has a point. Pepsi and Coca-cola are both darlings of the ESG ratings firms and are typically amongst the largest holdings for ESG funds, largely because they rank high in parameters such as corporate governance and greenhouse gas emissions. However, the core businesses involve manufacturing and marketing of addictive products that are a major cause of diabetes, obesity, and early mortality. The big technology companies also tend to be among the largest holdings for ESG funds. They often get high ESG ratings because they are predictably low producers of greenhouse gas emissions. But you'd be clutching at straws to consider them good corporate citizens due to their poor labour practices, which have made the headlines lately. Or how about some of the world's largest weapons manufacturers? Do they sound like they should be companies that should be considered ESG? I could keep going on, but I think you're getting the picture now. To highlight this further, Tariq Fancy was the Chief Investment Officer for Sustainable Investing at BlackRock between 2018 and 2019. In an essay published in 2021, Fancy outlined why he thinks the whole ESG project is intellectually bankrupt and is damaging to the most important causes it purports to support. One argument Fancy put forward was that the financial institutions have an obvious motivation to push for ESG products as they have higher fees. So what can you do as an individual investor? Ultimately, it is very difficult to make money in a truly sustainable way, but do your research. Look up the underlying companies in ESG portfolios and decide what ESG or green investing means to you. At Bellwether, we do our own analysis to take into consideration ESG factors. We have invested in green, sustainable projects and will continue to do so where the right opportunities arise. Ultimately, some may disagree with some of our decision making, but we also make every effort to exclude certain companies or sectors from portfolios when requested to do so by our clients. Before you go, if you liked today's video, please give a quick click to the like button, and if you have any questions, drop a comment in the comment section below.